Okay guys, so this is the home team workout and we can utilize this anytime we can't get to a workout in future, so it's going to be a great resource to utilize and that you can always pick up on to make sure that we get a workout even when we can't get to a workout. So this is going to be totally about body weight. Now we're not going to use any equipment like kettlebells or bands, like even if you've got that, because I want to make sure that it can be done anywhere, literally. So the only equipment that we really need is going to be something to time yourself on, and because it's a home workout, best thing is to have some music available to really inspire and get you kind of pushing that little bit harder. And on pushing that little bit harder, remember, before we start the workout and before we get ourselves to get into that kind of place where we're doing that workout, it needs to see what that reason why is in our head. So think about that reason, make sure it's right there in our brain so we can push ourselves that little bit harder and get the best out of the time that we are using. Okay, so as I say, the workout's going to be whole body approach. We're not going to be kind of focusing centered on any one particular muscle. We're just going to make sure every body part works throughout that workout, and we're going to have a little bit of fun while we do it. Okay, so first workout coming up. Okay, so the first session and your workout. Now, to keep consistency, try and do this at the same time that we normally do the workouts, and we'll try and keep it on the same days as well. So we're going to work on the chest, back and legs. As I said, whole body approach, and we're going to do it in a fashion where it's going to literally be little time as rest in between the exercises, apart from when we've done the set. Okay, so the first thing is going to be the press up. Now, all these are going to be very familiar. I'm making sure that we've been doing these over the past couple of weeks because I want to know that you can get them to the best possible standards. So the one we're going to start off with is the press up. Okay, so from the front, remember, it's going to be with your hands. Okay, so make sure I get it shut by your side like this, and you're going to bring your body down. Remember, so your body's flat on the floor. So I'm going to demonstrate first of all, and then we're going to go through it. Remember, keeping those back nice and straight, those arms low, so you can't see the hands as you go down low. You do that for a minute. When you've done that for a minute, remember, you're going to go straight into the prone cobra. So the hands stay where they are, and the legs come up, and you're going to lift it up. You hold for a second, bring it down. Hold for a second, bring it down. Now as you come to the top as well, if you squeeze those arms back and the shoulder blade, you can feel that working too. So you just do it right here as you squeeze, and as you come up, you'll feel it right in the lower back. So you're doing that for a minute as you squeeze and as you're coming up, keeping the breath going. And when that minute change comes on, you bring it up. So you bring one leg up, the other leg comes up, back's nice and straight. You keep those hands in that same position to really galvanise that, the press up position perfectly, and then you're going to squat. Back's nice and straight, as you can see, and you're squatting. Small actions, come up a little bit higher, just to make sure you can feel it all around those hips and those thighs. So on the front, you're kind of sucking that belly button, that tum, and you get that muscle just going up and down, wide hips, feet facing out, so you can look here and kind of here. Okay, so once you've done that for a minute, you're then gonna have a minute rest. Once you've done that minute rest, then you're going to go again and you're going to add 30 seconds. That's a minute and 30 seconds. Then you're going to do it one more time and you're going to do 2 minutes each exercise, making sure you get it right with that technique all the way through. Remember, if you can and you're inside, have a mirror so you can spot your technique. And remember, it's always push until you can't and rest until you can. So if you do need a rest while you're in the midst of any of those exercises, take a few seconds rest, but then continue and finish the circuit. Keep that reason why in your head and push really hard. So once you've done that, that's almost the first part of your kind of session done. So just to finish it off and get that bit of cardio going, get that kind of heart rate pumping, so we can really get that buzz, so we know we've done some work, we're going to do this next little bit. Okay, so the last part of this workout, we're going to do the finisher. Okay, so this is going to get your heart rate up, it's going to help you burn off some extra calories, but mainly what's going to really do is get those endorphins firing up, which is really going to help you feel great after the workout, so we know we've done some kick-ass stuff. Right, so I'm going to break it down into 2 separate parts. We're going to do it nice and slow. I'm going to build it up so hopefully we understand exactly what it's all about. So I'm just going to go back a little bit here and I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So we're going to start with our arms across the body like this. We're going to bring ourselves down into a squat. Now, really slow down. What we're going to do, we're going to jump up in the air, and as we jump up, we're going to bring our arms back. So we start from a low squat, bring it. So what looks from the side, as you're down the bottom, back nice and straight, you jump up, push out that back, nice and straight, and you can feel those shoulder blades touch together. Now, in a more energetic pattern, this is what it's going to look like. Start nice and low, and then, so as you're jumping up in the air, you're keeping the back nice and straight, you're drawing that belly button, and you're not locking out those legs as you come down. Your arms are flinging back, and you want to get more dramatic, you can really push them back, and it really gets that heart rate to go. Okay, so you're going to do that for 30 seconds. When you're done your 30 seconds, then there's the second part. Okay, so the second part is going to encompass more of the top half of the body. So what we're going to do is get ourselves into the squatted position. Remember, this is going to follow in quick succession after this first part of the exercise. Again, you start in a squat, and you're going to stay in this squat position to keep those legs switched on, and they're going to start burning. That's okay, but we're going to make sure we keep the heart rate up by having one hand out in a position. It looks a bit like a martial arts kind of position. Other hand's going to be back here, and from there you're going to push it forward and bringing it back. So nice and slow, it looks like this, but when we speed it up, it's going to be pushing it back and forward, bracing the core to make sure all those muscles are switched on, and make sure you're looking straight ahead, and you're going to really push up, wind up as quick as you can, and you're going to do that for 30 seconds. So remember, when you do it, keep your head nice and straight, looking ahead, because if you're not and you start twisting the head as you come backwards and forwards, what happens is obviously you get a little bit dizzy. Remember, as ever, this is really important to get that PMA firmly fixed inside your brain, because if you're thinking about anything else, you'll start to slow down. And if you slow down, you'll get less of the exercise. So focus on that reason why and really push it hard. Now, as I say, you're going to do 30 seconds of the jumping squat with the arms bringing back, and you're going to do 30 seconds of the push straight out. It's going to be a whole minute of really high octane stuff. So when you've done, don't just stand around. Make sure you're moving around, because you want to get that heart rate to slow down gradually. Okay, so as soon as you've done that, you're going to have around about a minute rest, maybe a little bit long if you need it, and then you're going to do that again another 2 times, having that minute rest in between both of them. Remember, have that music blaring, have that focus really firm fixed on, and really push hard as you can, but make sure you cool down. As soon as you've done that, go and get some stretching done. So because we've worked the whole body, back nice and straight, push those arms back, really push it out so you can feel that chest pushing out. Do that for 30 seconds. When you've done, 20 seconds. As soon as you've done that, next one, arms up nice and high. Don't squat like I'm only do that because you want to see me. And then pull over to the side, hold it for 30 seconds, you feel it all the way here. Last part of it, pull it all over to the side. Make sure you're bracing those abdominals. You'll feel it all the way over here. And the last part of it, to get those legs going, hold your hand on a bit of wall, back nice and straight, hold your hand on your foot, push your hips forward, and you can stretch out all the front of the thigh. If you want any more stretches, team, you know the majority of them what to do. And as I say, just check on the internet anywhere that's hurting. If you pop that on, it'll help you out. Okay, so there's one of your sessions done. Remember, do it at the same time the workouts. Make sure you know what you're doing. Get some water with you, have a timer, some music blaring, and your reason why, and you'll kick ass. All right, see you soon.